to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. I don't need no scale. I've been on my, I don't need no help. Always getting money, rains, no sleep. Every day I wake my thoughts, I don't get to take off. The haters get up, I'm ready like lift off. I never been nowhere, but I'm ready to stay gone. Nothing ever lasts long, I'm always beating the odds. Taking all these trips, I had to go and get.
Well, I tell you what, we have an absolutely perfect Midwestern afternoon for football, and EA Sports brings you coverage of the NFL from Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd, and they're all set as they'll match up with the Baltimore Ravens. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now it's Jackson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year. As his Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of the game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you.
Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? And able to find Green. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. And 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Green last year had the lowest numbers of his career output-wise, 694 yards, 6 touchdowns. But, of course, there was a reason for that. He was battling a toe injury the second half of the season. And, boy, did the Bengals miss his presence. They limped to the finish line, losing 7 of their last 8. They are happy to have him back and healthy. Mixon with a first down carry. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on second down, Dalton. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner. Okay. All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway. Well, they got off the field on third down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. It was Jordan Evans making the play defensively.
At the 45-yard line. Let's go.
From the 45 on second down, Jackson flushed out right. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first. First drive, they've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
On third down, Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 41-yard line. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
He's going deep for Brown, and that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage and make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. Baltimore was the most run-heavy team in the league last year after Lamar Jackson took over as a starter. And you think about Mark Ingram, he goes from a situation where he was sharing time with Kamara in New Orleans. Now he figures to be the top guy in the Baltimore backfield. Although I guess you could say he's kind of splitting time with this quarterback, Lamar Jackson. But a great veteran presence Mark Ingram is behind Jackson. Ingram now in his 9th NFL season. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson being chased out left. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Sammy Watkins, his 5th touchdown now on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've had it twice. They punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
He'll have a first down past the 40, and he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Dalton. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Back to Mixon on first down. The tackle made by L.J. Ford.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Pernell McPhee able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Snead's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down, Ravens.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Jordan Evans just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot him at the 44. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Jackson now. He uncorks it for Snead. That's going to be caught. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point. And it's now 21-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Bullock good on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Jackson going deep here for Watkins. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. Watkins, the intended receiver. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Dalton. Got an open man, Keelan Cole. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Green brings it in. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Throwing, Dalton. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Dalton, 1st and 10. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Dalton, this one hauled in by Sample. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Passing, it's Dalton. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
You see me up here? That's right. We can't be stopped.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the 2nd half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
I know he ain't got it. Mike 50. Mike 50.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. And he's got Snead. And he goes out right around the 39. He has a 1st down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
Hey, 50. 50's a Mike. 50's a Mike. Second tone, defense.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And an alley to run. And he takes this all the way inside the Cincy 20. A big effort that time out of Ingram. 46 yards.
46 yards on the play. First down, Ravens.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. For Lamar Jackson, his first NFL start came against the Cincinnati Bengals November 18th in Baltimore of last year, and he threw for 150 yards, ran for 119 more as the Ravens won 24-21 to kick off what became a 6-1 final stretch that got him the AFC North title. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses.
It's
and
rare.
excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the
How
time.
many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. It's Mixon on the counter. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
He was brought down by Josh Allen. It's a gain of 5.
Check.
Second and 5.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard.
A gain of 6. That's another Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
40. Hey, we heavy on the edges.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And all of a sudden, they're knocking on the door inside. Baltimore's 10.
It's a gain of 45 yards. That's another.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Watch the pass. Ice. Switch. Undercut.
Now a first carry from Giovanni Bernard. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Giovanni Bernard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. And now it's blocked. And accelerating, and off he goes. The 40, 30, 10. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that.
There goes Mark Ingram. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, his 6th touchdown of the season as the Ravens push further out in front.
When you know you've got a home run hitter on your side of the ball, and you know that he can score from anywhere on the field, it usually inspires the rest of the guys to do their jobs even better. That resulted in a lot of great blocks downfield because they knew if they gave him space, he could do exactly what he did, put the ball in the end zone.
This is Ingram, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
You know, sometimes the guy on the defensive side of the ball, he just has a good feeling or a good read, and he unleashed his defense on that one. Boy, they stopped him in a big way.
Yeah, I hate to be cliche, but sometimes we overanalyze. They just have more want. Looked like they had more want right there.
More want and more people to the ball.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Mixon. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Mixon will try the right side, and he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And now to the air, Dalton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Pernell McPhee in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Hey. General West.
Dalton now to pass. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
To throw is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead. but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense...
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Jordan Evans picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson on 3rd down. He's going deep, and this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Let's go. Double time. 3 down.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to air it out deep for Green. That's caught at the 25. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A.J. Green, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. As you watch that one unfold, didn't you think to yourself, just knock it down because of where he was?
Great catch, but losing yardage.
Hard to change what they are, isn't it? When they see the ball in the air, they're programmed to go get it.
He uncorks it for Snead. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The veteran Jimmy Smith there on the coverage. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Dalton. And finding Keelan Cole. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. They'll run on first down. Mixon. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
The throw taken in by Cole. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A really nice gain of 25 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Check 99.
Another try for Mixon, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his second touchdown of the afternoon, and the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. They'll look good on the extra point, and they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick.
Let's go, baby.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Ingram with his second touchdown of the afternoon as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that.
Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Pernell McPhee. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. 9 yards on the gain there, and it's going to bring up a tough 3rd and 7.
I know you know that. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets this in the hands of Mixon. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now Dalton. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 55 yards. As the Ravens push further out in front. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Again, it's Mixon. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.